Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings, aka Cam Fats, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com and the Epic Conversions Insiders Club. Hope you guys are doing amazing out there on this fine Thursday evening. Let me just check my my levels here. Make sure I'm coming in loud and clear. Hope you guys are doing well, though. I really do. I heard an interesting story I'll tell you guys about before we get started today. So this is interesting because I had never heard this term before, but I thought it was really interesting. So the story goes like this. There's this golfer, right? And he has kind of fallen into a slump. He doesn't understand why he's fallen into this slump. You know, he's been a professional golfer for a while, a long time, and somehow he's fallen into this slump where he doesn't understand what's going on. He can't do anything right now, right? All his swings are off. Nothing makes sense. You know, this guy, he's read all the books. He's been working on his game constantly for years. And, so he's been in this constant state of evolution with his golf game. He's been getting better. He was good to begin with. But then he was getting better, and he was getting better, and he was getting better until, eventually he started getting worse and worse and worse, and it just fell off, right? So he gets this coach, and this coach tells him to just start, swinging his golf ball off the tee into the ocean. Just start hitting balls into the ocean, right, off the tee. So he does. And man, he's crashing them. He's really just like smashing these golf balls into the ocean. He's got crazy long shots into the water. And his coach says, "Yeah, man, you're really smashing these balls into the water, man." And he's like, "Yeah, man. Well, this is easy. This isn't hard at all. It's a lot different when you're trying to do something. You're trying to move the ball forward towards the hole." And his teacher said, "No, man, it's not different at all. That's the problem. You're overthinking it too much. You need to hit that ball like you're hitting it right now." But the whole point of that story was, the way it boiled down to was this: like, the golfer was over evolved. That's the way it was put in the story. He was over evolved. And I had personally never heard this story. I had never heard this phrase over evolved before. I'd never heard this wording of over evolved. But it resonates with me. It makes a lot of sense to me that someone could be over evolved. For example, well, the point was, in his case, it's like with this over evolved thing, it's almost like, it's like, you're pretty good at something when you first get started. You're pretty good at it, and you got your own style, and you're pretty good at it, but then you keep reading and you keep studying in an effort to improve what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're trying to get better at basketball, or you're trying to get better at email marketing, or you're trying to get better at, online business, whatever you're trying to get better at. You read, you study, you learn from different teachers, you get better, you get better, you get better. So now what? So now it's like every time you go to do something, you have like 1,000 different ways you could do it, right? You know what I mean? There's like 100 different ways that you could do this. There's like, 250 different ways you could do that. And, you've had some success in the past, but you've also had some failure in the past. And so as you go, you become more and more like worried that you're going to fail. You don't want to fail. You keep on not wanting to fail. So you're moving with a hesitancy, and, you have all these different ways that you can do things in your head. And you now move with an indecisive nature that you did not have before. Right? You find yourself standing at the crossroads, unsure about which way to go, much more than you were before. And I guess the point is that it's a product of this thing, this over evolution, like being over evolved. And one of the ways you can fix it is to just like find the equivalent of hitting your golf balls into the ocean without having to worry about it so much. You got to get outside of your own head, basically, and you just got to do a little bit more like doing what you do, and a little bit less thinking about the right way to do things, and a little bit more just going for it, right? So this is the way you kind of come back to yourself. But I thought it was really interesting, and I thought I would share that story with you guys. Maybe some of you guys are out there, feeling a little over-evolved today. I know I have certainly felt that way plenty of times. And there's nothing fun about standing at that crossroads, trying to figure out what's the next move. There's nothing fun about that spot. And there's nothing fun about, feeling like, you don't want to make the wrong mistake or something, or you don't want to move in the wrong direction. There's nothing fun about that. So if you're out there right now and this story makes sense to you and it resonates with you, then hey, I'm glad to share it, and I hope it helps. So anyways, that being said, let's get into some of these questions for this month. So I had some questions here. Let's see. Okay, so hey Cam, I am copying you. My next move is going to be a 30-day paid traffic experiment. My question for the group training is, how do I talk to Special TV and let them know my main concern is getting my movies on connected TVs? I am making about $7 a month in Special TV and want to make $175 a month. Thank you so much for everything you do. Okay, so all right, so Special TV, in case you guys don't know what that is, Special TV is let me show you guys. Special TV is kind of like a YouTube / Patreon kind of competitor. So let me just share my screen and I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay, so this is Special TV. All right. This is independent streaming service. So it's kind of like YouTube. Watch content made for you, ad-free, subscribe directly to creators you love. It's kind of like a mix between Patreon. It's like Patreon with like a YouTube feel, because it's video content. So it's pretty neat. Before I answer, I know Shane's not going to care if I use his name, but this is Shane was asking me about this. Before I answer his question, and I'm not even sure if I understand, Shane, to be honest, I don't even know if I understand the question exactly, man, because like you want to know how to talk to Special TV and let them know your main concern is getting your movies on connected TVs. Like, I mean, I would imagine the best way to talk to them is to reach out to them, like through the contact us, talk to them about what they got going on. That's what I would do. Here's where I would start with Special TV. I would use this little contact button. But I do want to say, I just want to check their blog real quick. So you got a blog here, and you see their blog is updated fairly regularly. You got this written by Daniel C., Ashton S., Derek K. You got a few people writing for him. Miranda. Here's one of the concerns that I had about Special TV, Shane, when I was looking at it. So if we go to SimilarWeb, right? SimilarWeb. Let's just start at SimilarWeb. So we go to SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb is a place where we can analyze websites and stuff like that. So if we look at, like, let's just say Substack, for example. We see Substack coming up here. And we can get a feel for like what Substack is doing, right? So it's crazy. Look how that thing's growing, right? I remember when I did the product Fast Stacks, this was like 11 million. Now it's at 17 million. It's ridiculous. The platform's growing. It's crazy. Anyways, that's Substack, and you can do this for anything, right? We can do this for Reddit.com, right? And we see reddit.com. It's got a lot going on. Obviously, reddit.com is a big website. We can do this for appsumo.com. And we see AppSumo, is growing too. They got 2.78 million visitors. We can even do this for Epic Conversions. Now, mine's a smaller website. It doesn't have nearly as much traffic as some of these guys, so we can see we don't have a global ranking. So not enough data, basically, right? And that's fine, not a big deal. But you see my little logo right there, which tells you that they know exactly what website I'm talking about. They just don't have quite enough data on it to really give me good answers. Okay. Now, if let's look at Special TV. Special.tv, right? So they're doing a little. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, we're just gonna go Special TV right there. All right, let's type that in, and there you see it pull up down there. Now we know it's them because we see the logo right there. There's their little logo. There's their little logo up there. All right, and when we type that in and we look at traffic for them, we see a couple things. One, they're in the same boat as I am. Their website is not huge enough or big enough for them to pull up similar web statistics, which, it's not necessarily a great sign. It's one small thing. It's one small thing that's not necessarily a great sign. It's not the end of the world. It just means that, like, man, either this thing is having problems or it's really, really early. And if you jump on this platform, you're an early adopter and don't expect tons of traffic on this platform, right? That's what it kind of says, right? So, like, the other thing it says, which I think is even more interesting than that, is this, right? Special TV, April 2021 overview. The domain name Special TV is for sale. Make an offer or buy it now at a set price, right? So this is strange, because we're talking about this is for sale. So you got to wonder, if you look at the stats, it's not a big deal. It just doesn't get tons and tons of traffic to register with SimilarWeb. That's not the end of it. Doesn't really. It means nothing. I mean, like, we could look at digitalmarketer.com. This might be a bad example because they probably get so much traffic there. But yeah, we see Digital Marketer. They get a lot. They got a blog and they got, very, very popular. So, but there's a lot of people making money online that have a blog that they might not register in SimilarWeb. So that's not, like I said, that's one little thing to consider. But this other little thing to consider about the domain name being for sale is a little bit weird, And the reason why I bring it up is because, like, I know you said you were already making some money on there, and I bring it up, man, because you might consider, having a backup plan, like maybe consider even moving to Patreon or something. Patreon offers a similar service, and they're a little bit more established. I mean, if we think about Patreon, and I don't think we got to do this now? Goodness gracious. Come on, guys. So here's Patreon. I mean, we can see Patreon is very established on here. You might just keep it in the back of your head that, Patreon might be another, viable option, for your people because if you're only at $7 a month right now on there, it might not be a bad idea to move over to Patreon with it, and try going from there. just so you don't have to worry about them closing down. That's what I would say. But I mean, it's up to you, of course. Yeah, so that's what I'd say about that, man. As far as like reaching out to them, though, like I think it's just one of those things where I think it's one of those things where I would just reach out to them directly through the contact. And while you're at it, you might ask them about that. Hey, I saw your domain for sale. Are you guys selling your business, or what's that about? Who knows if you get an honest answer or not? It's hard. It's hard to know what they're going to tell you. But that's what I do, man. I would reach out to them directly, and I would definitely start looking at a plan B just in case they aren't going to make it. Like I said, Patreon's a good spot. It's similar to what you're doing there. Another thing I would say about special TV that I don't like is this. Let me show you one more thing. When I was looking these guys up after I got your question, I was going to YouTube, right? And I was looking for like reviews or things like that. So if we go like special.tv review or something like that, we don't find anything. There's like a show on Netflix called Special, and that keeps coming up. But you don't see anything about this website, Special TV. And I find that to be a bad sign. I don't find that to be a very good sign. I mean, and it's like all three of these signs by themselves don't mean anything. But when you start putting them together, then it starts becoming a little bit more weird. Like if I say epic conversions, right? Let's just epic conversions. I have never done this before, so I don't know what it's going to pop up. And I just put this in. We see things related, right? My stuff's popping up. Well, that makes sense because this is Epic Conversions is my website, so it makes sense some of my stuff is going to start popping up, right? But so that's like, but when you take this idea of, we can't find any reviews on special TV on YouTube, and like we type it in on here, right? And all we're finding is reviews about the movie and stuff on Netflix. Like these aren't that great of signs. These are signs that maybe this is a really, really fledgling business that they don't even have anybody looking at their stuff on YouTube. They don't have a presence on YouTube. Like it's very hard to find information about special.tv. So this is not a good sign. And when you combine that with the fact that, Similar Web is saying their domain is for sale, and you combine that with the fact that they have no numbers on Similar Web, then you start to feel like, I don't know, man, it starts to feel a little bit like a little iffy. Like you don't want to you don't really want to like attach your horse to that wagon. You know what I mean? Like you might, and you're already making money with them, so that's totally cool. But it's a situation where you might want to have like a backup. Like I said, like I think that Patreon would probably serve your needs pretty well, and Patreon's very well established. So, and I think you'll have a similar transactional fee with Patreon as what you have. I think they took 10% at Special TV. I think it's similar over at Patreon. So, I don't know, man. You can get with me by email if you want to talk about that further. But that's what I would say, man. I would definitely move cautiously. And with a backup plan, because dude, you don't want to like build that thing up to like 50 or 100 people paying you, and like now they shut down. Then what? Now what do you do? It's what I mean. It's just a bad situation. So I don't know. You kind of move carefully with that one. So hope that helps. I wish it was better news. So let me move on here. Let's see here. Just in case you guys don't know, I wanted to point out that the May 2021 paid traffic case study is up. It's available in the members area for ECIC. So you guys are free to download that and check it out. it's moving forward on into paid traffic with Google Ads and Google AdWords. I'm moving out of the solo ad stuff for a while, guys. The solo ad stuff is just driving me crazy, so I'm moving out of it for a little while. But I want you guys to know that paid traffic case study is up, and that should be pretty cool. So check it out. The other thing I want to tell you, you guys probably were wondering how my my free offer went for I put out a free offer. In case you didn't know this, put out a free book called Undefeated, and I will show you how that went. So let me see here. Let me pull up offers here. I'll show you what's up. Share my screen. All right. So here we go. There's Undefeated with 123 sales, 59% conversion rate. Now, if you're wondering about this revenue that's generated, that's just because I attached the Insiders Club to it in the funnel. It was a very small funnel. It was a foundation funnel, right? So it was a free offer, and you see 64% of people who hit that page picked up the free offer. And then 2 people actually joined the Insiders Club. So that was pretty awesome for just a free offer. Now, let me go ahead and go a little bit deeper into this for you guys. So as you can see, it's just the two product offer. Had the Insiders Club right here and got the main offer right there. I was testing out a new kind of sales page, and you guys saw it was a free offer, but converting at 64%. I mean, I can't complain. That's pretty cool. And I think I'd like to try that kind of, sales page with a paid offer, because I liked it personally. It worked good for me. Let me show you the sales page though. And some of you guys might have already seen this, but so this is the sales page for Undefeated. Basically it's a headline, right? You got the headline, you got the book cover, you got the buy button, right? You got the little description of the product and a picture of the vendor, description of the product. Then you got features, right? This is exactly what you get, right? Then you got benefits, right? And then buy button. And that's it, right? It's I think 7 pieces, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very simple 7-piece sales page. This converted at, you guys saw it. It converted at 62% on a free offer. That's pretty good, man. So like, to me, I want to see what it converts like on a paid offer. Because to me, I'm getting tired. I hate all these sales pages that are out right now. I mean, they all look the same. I think they're all horrible, to be honest with you. And I just get tired of them. So like, I feel like this is a pretty decent sales page, and I like the way it's done. It makes sense to me. So anyways, that's what I used. You guys feel free to model that for your own offers, free offers, or whatever. If you want to know a little bit more about this kind of setup, then check out this new product I just put in the Insiders Club for you guys. It's called FLG method. That stands for the love of the game, right? And it's basically a product that teaches you how to like put out these kind of like, it teaches you how to like craft these free offers, like this Undefeated book, and like how to actually make them profitable for you, how to use them to your benefit. So be sure to check that out. I think you'll get a lot out of it. It's pretty cool. It's called FLG method. So check it out. And let me go ahead and stop my screen share. Very cool. Okay, another question here. Can you talk about sales page copy and maybe an effective way to go about it? Yeah, I mean, like sales page copy, it's, to me, it's like, it's a little bit of a battle because, well, Well, it's not a battle, right? Here's what I think about sales page copy. All right, it's easy to get lost in the woods with sales page copy. That's what I'll say. I think that when it comes to sales page copy, the offer is king. All right, offer is king. And we'll get into that. And I put a little document together based off of one of these other questions I was asked, talking a little bit more about that. But with sales page copy, I mean, I strongly subscribe to this belief that a really good offer, I mean, you can sell with a bad sales page, right? Bad sales page can be sold with a really good offer. A really bad offer is really tough to sell, even with the best sales page copy, right? So, I mean, it's like if I get a car, everybody understands the value of a car already, so it's like if I get a car and I want to give it to you for $10, I mean, immediately your first question is, well, what's wrong with it? What'd you do? Steal it? Or like, does it not run? I mean, why are you trying to give it to me for $10? Automatically you're suspicious because you feel like that thing I'm giving away is more valuable than $10, right? So the challenge with the sales page with internet marketing is to like frame the value for people so that they understand what this thing is actually worth. You got to frame it in a way that makes sense for them. Like, you got to frame it in a way that like equals the car. Like people just inherently know the value of a car. They inherently know the value of a gallon of milk. They inherently know the value of a fast food combo. I mean, so like, if you go to McDonald's, it's going to be like a $5 or $10 situation to eat. I mean, people inherently just know these things. So, on your sales page, you want to try to like kind of frame like the value of your thing to where they understand the value of it, right? Because they don't know inherently the value of your thing. It's a digital product. It's an information product. There's a lot of free information out there. So what is it about your information? Why should I care about it? You know what I mean? You gotta like frame it. You got to frame it in a way that it makes sense for them. We'll talk about it more in a bit here, but that's the thing. You got to frame it. And I think with the thing with sales page copy is, the offer. It's the offer. I mean, it's the offer. You can have bad sales copy, but if you got a good offer, then, I mean, people are going to go for it, right? Because they want it. It's like a no-brainer. A good offer makes people think it's a no-brainer. So that's it. I mean, if someone was offering you 1,000 emails and with a PLR license or something, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of emails. Like, how much is it? Is it like $10? I mean, that's a lot of emails for $10. I got a PLR license on that. All right, maybe I'll get that. That sounds pretty cool. So that's what I'm saying. You got to kind of like a good offer makes something feel like a kind of a no-brainer. Like when when Guru in a Box came out a while back, it was like 100 audio lessons for like whatever I had it listed at, $10 or $15. It seemed like, yeah, oh wow, 100 audio lessons. I mean, okay, yeah, I could do something with that. It had a utilitarian aspect to it, so it was a good offer. So I think instead of me giving you some kind of templated like effective sales copy method, I mean, it starts with a good offer. And I'll tell you, like, here's another thing. Like 9 times out of 10, when there's something wrong with my sales page, it's not the video. It's not, it has everything to do with that headline and that subheadline and how I'm positioning the offer, right? It has everything to do with that every single freaking time, man. Like that Undefeated book you guys looked at, that was 63% opt-in on that. And it was no video. There was no video. It was just a simple cover. I made that cover in Canva. Like, it was very easy to make. But the offer was good. And you think, well, why was the offer good? What made that a good offer? Well, okay, so like a few reasons, right? One, it was about time management and motivation. It's something a lot of people already care about. And it's funny because I honestly felt like that wasn't going to be sexy enough. Like a lot of people wouldn't care about that because it doesn't connect the dots to money, but people do care about time management and they do care about motivation. So it's something people do care about. So that's one thing. It was kind of a universal topic that anybody could care about. The second thing was it was a short read. The book didn't go on forever. It was 59 pages. You can read it in less than an hour. So, and I made sure to talk about that on my sales page in a few different places, that it was a short read, right? Also, I included an audiobook with the package. So if you didn't want to read it, you could just listen to it. It came with it for free. So like that made it easy to consume. So making it easy to consume makes it a good offer, right? Easy to consume is it's actually a benefit. I mean, in this day and age, like 10 years ago, you could even say 5 years ago, like something being long, like 300 pages, like wow, that's really good. It's 300 pages and it's free. That's amazing. 5 or 6 years ago, that would have been good value, but not in 2021. Good value is like being able to get through it quickly is better value than like a 300 page ebook. So it's kind of a perception thing, the perception changes over time, and that the ability to make it short, like, and to be able to get through it quickly, that's a benefit, right? And that makes it more of a good offer. And then the third thing that really made the undefeated offer a good offer was that I gave them a giveaway license to the audiobook and to the book. So they had the ability to use it themselves. There was a utilitarian kind of aspect to it. So even if they didn't read it, they could just turn around and use it, right? So I had somebody even reach out to me and say, yeah, man, I just got this thing. I already got it in my members area, my membership program, right? So like they hadn't even had time to read it yet. They hadn't even read it, but they had already like turned it around and used it, right? So it's like that makes something a good offer. Now, of all three of those things, I would say the thing that probably made it the best was the fact that it was able to be reused. It had a giveaway license attached to it. You take the fact that it was a personal thing that I wrote and it had a giveaway license. Now you're talking. Like if it just would have had a giveaway license and it would have been some generic PLR that I just got off of some website, it takes away from the like great offer appeal, right? It's not quite as great of an offer, but the fact that it was something personal that I did and I'm giving you a giveaway license, it's a stack, right? It's a stack of things that kind of combines to make it a great offer. So, but I really do, man. I think it starts with the offer when it comes to sales copy. And whenever I've done a lot of sales pages and whenever I've had trouble with my sales pages, I've always gotten them up by reframing the offer. I've always got them up by like reframe it, like the headline has changed. The we can look back at Inbox Equalizer a couple months ago. That started out with a really bad conversion rate. I was able to pull the conversion rate on that up to over 10% by reframing the headline of it and also like shortening the video. It started out with like a 20-minute video, right? It was too long, man. I shortened it down to under 10 minutes. Got more to the point, and the headline, I reframed the headline on it. So this was just about it was about positioning the offer, right? And 9 times out of 10, it's about positioning the offer. So I personally, I've never ran a for paid offer with a short sales page like the one I just showed you for undefeated with the 7-part right there. Most sales pages have like 12, 15 parts, but that has 7 parts and it's short. It's not very hard to put that together. I tell you what, I wouldn't be afraid at all to run a sales page for a paid offer with that sales page. And I probably will. My next one, in fact, I'll tell you guys what, this book I just put out to you guys in the members area, this For the Love of the Game method. I'm thinking about putting that out publicly. Not doing like a big launch, but just putting it out publicly, and I'm going to run that kind of sales page for it. And I believe in it, man. I think it works. It's 100% based on the offer, not based on all this other crap with sales pages. So that's what I feel like. And that's nothing against sales copy, but when I said that I believe we can get lost in the woods with sales copy, I mean, it's just like all these tactics and tricks and specifics when it comes to sales copy, right? People try to turn that stuff into a science. Like I even see people copying sales pages. I've even copied sales pages from a long time ago that worked really well back in the day. But like they missed the heart of it. You know what I mean? They missed the heart of why that worked. And it worked because like if something worked in 1942, it was because they got the attention. They captured the impact. They made the impact. They captured the attention of the people, right? It's not the same to capture the attention of the people in 2021. It's not the same thing. You know, it takes something different to capture people's attention. They don't have the same kind of attention span they had 20 years ago, let alone 40 years ago. So even 5 years ago, to be honest, for that matter. So I think what makes an effective sales page is different now than it was back then, as far as like how do we create impact. You know, how long does a sales letter need to be? You know, I think those things are changing and they're evolving. You won't hear a traditional copywriter tell you that. You know, they're very traditional people. I mean, they got like their methods and their ideas and the way they do things, and that they don't like deviating from it that much. They you know, there's like I don't know what you want to call it, like a standard for copywriting. And the funny thing about the standard for copywriting is what those guys respect the most is sales, you know, and that's what everybody respects the most is sales. So if somebody comes along and they do things completely different and they get the results, then all of a sudden nobody can ignore them. Everybody has to pay attention to them, especially if they do it repeatedly. So, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, impact, and it's a matter of what kind of results can you get. That's the only real rule to copywriting. Does it work, you know? So that's what I'd say. I hope that's helpful, man. That being said, I've talked about this many, many times. There's a 12-step foolproof copywriting template by David Frey out there. It's all over the place. It's a PDF, and that's a nice place to get started with copywriting. But like I said, man, I think that with the copy, the sales copy, it's really about like, you know, that headline and that subheadline, they're heavily linked to like the offer, right? And if you can, like, with that headline and that subheadline, if you can really like position, like if you can really pose something that is just awesome to people in that you've captivated them with that headline and that subheadline, I mean, you got it, man. Because if you can present something that they want to believe in, you know, like for instance, like people would love to be able to create courses and not have to launch them. They just love to be able to create courses and make money off the courses and not have to launch them. Like that would be so awesome. A lot of people would want to be able to do that. Like if you could put that like in a headline and like present that in that way, that product would do well. You know what I mean? So it's like the anti-launcher's guide to product creation, profitable product creation, something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's like that headline and that subhead are so tightly linked to the offer itself. If you can get them on the headline and the subhead, then, you know, you're 90% there, man. And then if the video complements that, or no video, you can just have, you know, just a little picture of the cover. You got some bullet points to complement that, feed into that story, and like play along that narrative of the headline and the subhead, then it's golden, man. But many, many times I've taken a sales page and I've fixed it by changing the headline and subhead. So that's what I'd say. I hope that makes sense, man. So yeah, I feel like I kind of rambled on too long on that one. Sorry, buddy. Can you talk about sales page? Everything I see, I absolutely hate it. I don't even read these pages. I skim them just to figure out what something is and how much it costs. Yeah, I mean, like I do that too. I skim them just to see how much something is and what it is. I understand. I skim them too. I will say this though, like you and I don't represent everybody. Like you still want to make sure that, you know, the features and the benefits are represented. You know what I mean? And if we look at like, let me go back to this real quick. Because no, I understand what you're saying about hating the way sales pages are. I get it. However, we got to remember we don't represent everybody. I mean, and I think that like it's important to remember when you're trying to position an offer that you're in the secrets business, especially if you sell information. Okay. Now, if we look right here, like this is like a description of the product. Okay. But if we look right here, we have bullet points about exactly what you get. All right. But if we look right here, right before the buy button, it's all secrets, right? You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. I say stop reading this board and sales letter and grab your copy now. The secret of why it took me 5 years to write this 59-page book, page 3. The real truth about priorities, page 9. The hidden pitfalls of to-do lists and how to overcome them, page 12. How I overcome procrastination regularly and keep my business moving forward, even when you don't feel like doing anything, page 28. These are all secrets. My secret weapon for fighting off indecision is destroying obstacles like a boss, page 32. The burnout blocking reveal for how to stay focused. These are secret reveals, right? So never forget that you're in the secrets business, okay? So we got features, we got benefits. So even with this very, very streamlined sales page, I still haven't ignored the fact that I'm in the secrets business. So just keep that in mind. And I say that just because you said in your question that like you don't like all the stuff. You just are looking for how much it costs and what it does. And like I understand, I felt that way before many, many times. But secrets pull people in, right? And they really do. I don't think you need to meander on and on and on and say the same thing like 5 times. I don't think you need to do that anymore. We live in a different time. But I do think that you got to pay attention to the secret aspect of it. That's my opinion on it, man. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen there. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of this. Do you still think cryptocurrency is the future now that it's tanking? Also, NFTs are in the toilet as well. Your thoughts? See, this guy wants to be a smart aleck, man. Yeah, it's funny he said that. Hey, man, I get some characters. So, listen, guys, here's the deal. All right. So with cryptocurrency, I mean, let me pull this article up for you, okay? This is from 2018. All right. I'm going to share this article with you from 2018. This is 12/21/2018, about 2 or 3 years ago. It was a rough year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. Here's a look at how we got here, right? It seems all too fitting that Facebook's plans to launch a digital coin were leaked in the second to last week of a year that saw tech giants' reputation pummeled and cryptocurrencies crash and burn. It's like grilling a shit sandwich over a dumpster fire. Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole plunged this year after a gravity-defying surge in recent years. Does that sound familiar to you guys? The price of the digital coin hit nearly $20,000 late last year, and then in early 2018, it began to fall. Though it hit a few plateaus, the price has still tumbled. Today, it hovers a little over $3,000. So imagine like if you bought it at like $15,000, right? And then it plummeted to like $3,000, right? I remember people talking when this happened. Everyone saying, "Ha ha! Look at these crypto fools." I was making fun of them too. I was like, "Man, you guys are fools," you know. I was making fun of the fact that all the crypto guys got quiet. Like they all got real when the cryptocurrency plummeted and got really low like this in 2018. Everybody shut up. You didn't see all the courses on cryptocurrency anymore. Like it was all gone. It dried up. No one was talking anymore. No one was a crypto expert anymore. I thought that was kind of funny. But you know what I should have done in 2018 is I should have started buying. I should have started buying crypto. I should have started studying crypto, and I should have started buying Bitcoin. Because just a few years later, in 2021, it just went through the roof. What happened? The bubble. When Bitcoin was rising last year, it seemed to trend like everyone from your grandmother to your barista was suddenly becoming hip to. Of course, plenty of folks cautioned that it could be a bubble, but it's always hard to realize such a thing when you're in the midst of it. It's free money, right? Why not get in on it? Just don't remortgage your house. All the signs, however, were there. Like previous bubbles, people were basing their beliefs in the cryptocurrency on their emotions and not on any intrinsic value. Then there was the FOMO element, which only compounded things. Essentially, Bitcoin became an international fever. Random companies were pivoting to blockchain for no apparent reason other than it seemed like a way to create buzz. But when the bubble burst, FOMO returned into fear of losing, which made for an especially rapid plunge. Among those who called it, hedge fund manager Mark Dow wrote almost exactly a year ago about his decision to short Bitcoin after future trading on it first began. But this time feels different. It's like a bubble. The fever in the post-Thanksgiving moonshot ran hotter than we'd seen before. We also began to see a robust supply response. Bubbles are complex dynamics. What they all have in common, however, is they require emotion to truly go parabolic. Moreover, the less we understand the object of the bubble, the greater the scope for greed and FOMO to fill in the blanks. This is like the same thing, you guys. This is the same, it's the exact same thing. It's history repeating itself 3 years later, right? So you could read articles like this all over the place, okay? I mean, this is it's like the exact same thing, okay? Except it was a smaller bubble then. Now it's a larger bubble, right? So like I'm telling you, I've seen it before. It's not going anywhere, man. Hold on. So I'm going to pull this chart up for you guys to look at. So let me just so this is Bitcoin, right? It's the last 24 hours, okay? So if we want to we can change this. I'm on CoinDesk, by the way. We can change this to 2015, right? So here's 20. This is 6 years ago. 2015, 6.2.2015 to 6.3.2021. And we see what happened in 2018. Here it was right here at 16,000, whatever it was, $16,000 it topped out at December 2017. Then it started dropping in 2018. It got all the way down to like $3,000 or whatever, right? And then what did it do? It started turning right back around and climbing up again. And then all of a sudden, here we go. And in 2020, boom, it just started just started like climbing, exploding, right? And now we're going down again. And now we're going down again. And it's like, I mean, you guys, it's going to be like a situation where, it's just going to go up. It's going to be up here in another year or two. It's going to be up here in another year or two. It's going to get even higher. That's my opinion. I mean, how many times do you got to see it happen? You saw it happen here. You saw it happen again here a little bit. And now it's happening really crazy right here. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, so like what I suggest, and you guys do what you want to do. I mean, I'm not telling anybody to invest in anything, right? You guys do whatever you want to do. But, my opinion is like, I mean, there's nothing to indicate to me why it wouldn't go up again. Like, there's just nothing to indicate why it would not. Like, there's all kinds of we could go back to 2018 when that happened, and we can find people saying, it's going to go to zero. Bitcoin's over. It's history. We can find that. We can actually find more. Even a few years before that, it happened back then. And when people were saying, it's nothing, it's trash, it's going to go to zero. It hasn't gone to zero. It's actually, it keeps on coming back, and it goes even higher and higher and higher. And what I found, and another thing is right now, he was talking about NFTs. Okay, well, NFTs, that they are inherently linked to cryptocurrency because it's blockchain technology. So, people are saying, NFTs have lost 90% of their value. Yeah, that's because they're linked to Bitcoin. Like, if Bitcoin goes down, historically, everything in the cryptocurrency space goes down too. So it's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's going to go back up again. It's going to go back up again, you know? And as far as the NFT thing is concerned, NFTs, they have real use cases. So I'm telling you, NFTs aren't going anywhere. You know, maybe the art stuff might go somewhere. Maybe that'll be a fad. I really don't know. I mean, I'm not like Nostradamus or something, but I mean, you know, you don't have to be, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that something with real world value that has a real use case is going to stick around. I mean, it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't make sense for it to not stick around. You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about it. I think that if you have extra money that you're free to invest a little bit, I would say invest. I would say buy some Bitcoin, you know. That's what I'd say. You know, do what you want to do. You know, if you don't trust it, then don't go for it. I say it's smart to throw a couple chips in the ring just to see what happens, you know, because it's going to go back up again. I mean, that's what I say. It's going to go back up again. So yeah, no, man, my ideas on it, like, how did he put that? He said, what are your thoughts on it now that it's tanking? My thoughts are, to be honest with you guys, I was happy. I was happy. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be able to buy some more now. That's what I thought. I was happy it was tanking a little bit, you know? I think it would be different, like, if I had, like that one cat had, he was like a Doge millionaire. I think it would be different if you were like a Doge millionaire or something and you had all this Doge coin. Now it's like tanked. It has like it's not worth nearly as much. I mean, I'd be sweating that, man. But like, I would have never gotten that situation if I would have had like something like that was worth that much. I would have sold it. You know, why not sell it and then buy it at a lower price when it goes down? You know, that's what I'd say. I mean, why not? You know. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have a lot invested in it. I have a very small amount invested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So, like, to me, it seems like a good opportunity to buy in. I mean, I hope it goes down into the 20,000s. That's what I hope. That'd be sweet. Because I just feel like in my heart, like it's going to go back up again. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't. I've seen it do it twice now since I've been on the internet. So I've seen it two times now. In my internet career, I've passed up on Bitcoin. Once it was like in 2015, and then once it was in like 2017. And, you know, both times I paid for it. So, you know, in 2015, I laughed it off and I put a primer together, but I didn't really invest in it. In 2017, I was like, I didn't laugh it off, but it was like I didn't want to take the time to understand it, and I didn't understand it, and I didn't want to invest in something I didn't understand. And then when it crashed in 2018, I was kind of like, aha, yeah, whew, I'm glad I dodged that bullet, you know. But I was kind of like, yeah, see, I told you so, you know. I was kind of glad it didn't, kind of glad it crashed a little bit because I didn't like invest in it or whatever, a little bit, you know. But I knew it was kind of like my own laziness. I should have probably just invested in it back then. And then we have the huge one this year, or it just blew up, man. And I was like, enough is enough. You know, I'm getting in on this game. Forget about it. And now it's going back down again. It's like a bubble is busting. But I mean, don't be fooled, you guys. Don't be fooled by it. I mean, it's not gonna stay down. It's gonna go back up. So I think now's the time to just kind of, you know, take a little stock. And, you know, do you got any free money laying around that you can just like invest like 20 or 30, 50 bucks into it? Like that's what I do, man. It's money that you don't care if you lose and are okay sitting on it for like a couple years and waiting, because I'm telling you, it's going to go back up in a couple years and it's going to explode. I've seen it do it twice before. It's going to do it again. So anyways, that's what I'd say about that. So no, man, I'm not worried about it tanking. Like I'm happy it tanked so I can buy more of it. So that's how I feel about it. I don't know that I'm ever going to be like some kind of cryptocurrency, you know, obsessed person. It's not really my favorite thing, but I definitely know enough to know that it's not going to go down again. I mean, I definitely know enough to know that it's not going to stay down. It's going to go back up. I mean, some people would tell you like, well, they're going to regulate it. All the governments are going to regulate it, and it's going to go down. It's going to stay down. I mean, maybe, man, maybe. How long have they been talking about that? They've been talking about that for a long time. I can find articles about the government regulating cryptocurrency all the way back. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. I know one thing. I'm going to invest some money that it doesn't bother me if I lose, and that way, if it does some crazy stuff, then I'll be sitting pretty and I'll be ready to sell it. I don't know. That's just me, man. So do what you want to do. Take it how you want to take it. If I were you, I'd take it to the bank. So I saw your updated homepage. Looks pretty interesting. Has that been working out for you so far? Oh yeah. The updated homepage is I'll show you guys. So my homepage, I updated the Epic Conversions. He's talking about the epicconversions.com homepage. He's talking about this. Yeah, that is I updated the homepage. That is I mean, I don't think it's been soon enough to really track any kind of like significance for numbers or anything. I just did that a couple weeks ago. But I like the way it looks better. I think it looks cool. I think this is I think this homepage right here is a product of me trying to correct myself from over evolving, so to speak. Like, I just wanted to do like a homepage that was something that I liked, that I think looked cool. And this was nice and clean and simple. And I like this font style, this Courier style font. I really like abstract paintings. So instead of putting little icons that represented these particular things, I just thought, hey, why not just put abstract paintings here instead? Because that looks kind of cool to me, and it's nice and clean, and I just think it looks cool, man. That's all it is. I just think it looks cool. This homepage was inspired by some members areas. Like, I've seen some members areas lately and different products and stuff where, like, when you hit the members area, it's like you got these big like squares that represent the different courses and stuff. Like, you'll have like a what do you call, like a portal. You'll have like a portal page where in that portal page you'll be able to access different products that you purchased through that company. And so this homepage was inspired by that. So this is supposed to kind of look like a portal page, kind of. And I don't know. I just thought it looked kind of cool, man. I don't really know. The only thing about this sales homepage that I would say that I don't really like is right here. This says copyright 2016 to present, Epic Conversions, Cam Jennings. I don't know. I kind of feel like it would be nice if this said just 2021. I think that copyright 2016 makes it look a little outdated, but man, I'm trying not to sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean? So this right here, I assure you, we are open. That's a reference to the Clerks movie. Clerks. I assure you, we're open. I don't know if I'll pull this. I don't know if this will pull up. Yeah, this is from Clerks, man. You guys remember that movie Clerks? I assure you, we're open. It was supposed to be a joke. It's from Clerks. So that's where I assure you, we're open came from. But yeah, it's just clean and it looks kind of cool. If you wonder where I got this artwork, there's this shoot. Let me see if I can find it for I'll tell you where I got it. My wife says I got too many. I got so many bookmarks. It's ridiculous. All the bookmarks I got. Let's see. Right here, 1 second paintings. Okay. So like, this is like unique abstract art in seconds. You can just like, it'll just generate some abstract art for you. So that's what I did. I just generated some abstract art on here, and I love all abstract art, man. I'm really into abstract art, so I just used that for my homepage. That's what I did. So like, if you start to see people copying what I do with that, you got to laugh at them, because like, I'm just totally like shooting from the hip with that thing. I'm not even trying to be like, SEO friendly, or I'm not even trying to like, I'm just shooting from the hip with that thing. So I don't even know why anyone would copy it. I think it looks cool and clean, so that's why I went for it. But thank you for noticing, though, man. Thank you. Let's see here. Do you have a formula or approach for coming up with really good offers? Yeah, I feel like we were talking about that a minute ago. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to offers, I would say the formula, like this is a really important question. You talk about offers. There's a lot we could talk about with this. So I think that when it comes to a good offer, there's a few different approaches that you can take. One approach is the value stack, like stacking on a lot of value. Like the more value you stack on, the better of an offer it appears to be. It's the value stack. But I would say you reach a point where it's like a stack overload. If you overload the stack, it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's almost like, at what point does it not mean anything anymore? Like if I say, all right, I'm going to offer you 1,000 emails for $10, then someone else comes along and says, well, I'm going to offer you 1,000,000 emails for $10. Well, it's overloaded. Like at what point does the number not matter anymore? Because it's overloaded. It's overstacked. So like for me, I think if you can come up with 3 really cool things that people are interested in and you stack them together, that makes a really nice value stack. And then I would also point out, when it comes to a really good offer, like we got to talk about attraction positioning, right? Attraction positioning, right? And what do I mean by attraction positioning? I'm talking about like being able to offer something in a way that makes it appear very, very attractive. Often you'll see people, they'll use this like easy, speedy, cheap, or free positioning, where it's basically like it's easy to do. You're going to get results really fast. And also to do this thing, it's either cheap or free. It's not going to cost you anything else after you buy this course. So it's easy, speedy, cheap, or free. So ESCF basically. And that kind of positioning is very effective. It's an attractive way to position an offer. But the problem with the ESCF is that like it's done almost all the time. It's almost always done, especially like on a marketplace like Warrior Plus. It's almost always done. So that pretty much cancels you out when you're using it. It's almost like that's like almost like a prerequisite to do it. So like what happens is now you gotta have that or something similar to that. But there's got to be something else to make it stand out. That's not enough to make it stand out. That doesn't make it a very good offer by itself. It's almost like you need that ESCF, that easy, speedy, cheap, or free, and that's just one thing on the value stack. But now you need a couple other things on the value stack that really make it like just set it off, So I put a little thing together on this for you guys. So let's move over to that. So I'll show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. So okay, so attraction positioning. Okay, look, it's a bottle of water for sale. Water, still water in a bottle. There's a bottle of water for $1. It's like an extreme example of bad positioning, right? I mean, we all understand. I mean, when was the last time you saw a bottle of water without a label on it? So, I mean, this is like a really, really basic example, okay? But it's to prove a point. This is good positioning, right? Presenting something that is known in a new, smarter, more interesting way. Now we got a box of water is better, right? It's in a box, right? And it's there's like a beach behind there and like the environment, I mean, obviously it's in a box because, a carton can be biodegradable. So it's like they're environmentally conscious now, like it's saying something. So it's smart. It's a very smart thing, It's like boxed water is better. If someone says boxed water is better, you're automatically going to ask yourself internally, why is it better? That's the first thing. What do you mean boxed? Why is boxed water better? And then you're very quickly going to answer that probably with, oh, wow, because plastic doesn't break down. It's, there's giant trash islands full of plastic in the ocean. So like, yeah, I guess boxed water is better. But the point is, they presented something that was already known in a smarter, more interesting way. It's still just water, man, at the end of the day. It's just water. They just presented it in a new packaging, and the new packaging happened to be appealing to people for a few different reasons. So it's interesting, man. It's a good positioning, and it's a good angle. So a couple things, right? A good angle can make you see something that you already know about in a new way, right? A good offer can make you feel foolish for not buying that thing, right? So we take the boxed water, for example. I mean, it's making us see something in a new way. Before, you might have saw a bottle of water as healthy. Hey, it's a bottle of water. It's more healthy than soda. Now, you might see a bottle of water as contributing to messing up the environment. And it's almost like you got to buy the boxed water because it's more responsible or something. So it's making you see it in a new way. You know what I mean? It's making you see it in a more interesting way, a smarter way. So it's an example of a good angle and a good offer. It's almost like you feel foolish for not buying that thing. You can accomplish the same thing with an info product. Like both of these things, a good angle and a good offer, they're both like critical for selling well. All right. Now, me personally, I've messed it up plenty of times and I've gotten it right plenty of times. So I'm not sitting here preaching to you guys from my, pulpit or whatever. I'm just telling you guys based on my experience, what I know. And sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. But like, if you get it right, you'll know it. Right. Sometimes when I get it wrong, like I'll have to go back and make it right and recover. So, and I've done that many times. So, but these are critical. So another example, look at this. Sea monkeys, a world of fun. Grow amazing live sea monkeys, right? Create these real live pets with biocrystals, Look at these little dudes. I mean, like, when I was a kid, this was like, man, I want some of these things. You know what I mean? These look awesome. World famous pets are unique species. It's like you got a pet, It's a sea circus show. I mean, it looks awesome, You got them looking in the little thing, and there's these little human dudes moving around in there, and it just looked awesome when I was a kid. And here's some more advertising for basically the same product, but this is for like food for your fish, right? Same product. I mean, brine shrimp. But positioned in a completely different way. And this is it's a utilitarian thing. It's like people are buying this for food, and it's not appealing to very many people, only the people who need it, right? This is basically a shovel, right? This is taking the shovel and positioning it in a different way that makes it interesting to a lot of people who didn't even realize they needed a shovel, right? I didn't know I needed a shovel. Now all of a sudden I want one. I got to have one. You know what I mean? It's like, it's positioning, right? So this is attraction positioning, sea monkeys, brine shrimp. One is boring. You buy it because you need it to feed your fish or your animal or whatever you use to, whatever eats brine shrimp. Hell if I know. I'm not a fish person. But this is, something different. It looks like something different. It doesn't just seem like, it doesn't just seem like fish food. It seems like they're pets now, It's like a whole different thing. But they're not a different thing. They're the same thing. They've just been positioned differently. One is just much more attractive. So it's something to keep in mind, you guys, when you're going out there and you're creating offers, all right? I mean, the question was, how can I create a good offer, right? Well, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you got to think about this idea of attraction and what will attract people to your thing. You need to be able to do it without lying to people, okay? Don't lie to people. We could easily say in this example, even though I'm using this as an example, we could easily say this was a little bit of false advertisement. I don't know if you guys ever got sea monkeys when you were a kid, but I did. And when I was a kid and I sent away for these things, and when they finally hatched, I was a little disappointed that I didn't see little humans swimming around in the water, little human-looking creatures swimming around the water. That's not what I saw at all, because what sea monkeys actually look like, they don't look like these guys, right? Even though you see like the picture right here of what they actually look like, really. But you know, when you're a kid, you don't notice stuff like that. You just see all this stuff, and you know, anyways. The point is, you can focus on like attraction positioning without lying to people. So that's what I'd say about that. Look, in MMO, like I said before, guys, you see the easy, speedy, cheap, or free, the ESCF positioning. It's being used over and over and over again, right? So much that it is almost mandatory to compete. And it's hard standing out using that by itself. You need something else in addition to ESCF to differentiate, right? I thought it would be cool to like compare a few offers with you guys real quick. So the first one is Traffic Booster. All right. These are a few offers that are selling on Warrior Plus right now. They're selling right now on Warrior Plus. And we're going to look at them and we're going to think about attraction positioning and the angle that's being used. Now, I can tell you just by looking at these names alone, Traffic Booster, that's not a very attractive name. Like it doesn't make me think, hey, this is interesting. I want this, right? Like if I was going to grade these on names alone, like I'd give this a 1. It's horrible. Male Squad. I don't think that's that great of a name either, but it's better than Traffic Positioning, Traffic Booster. Like Male Squad is like basically, I don't know what it is, but I know it's probably about male. So I'll give it a 3, 3 out of 5, Traffic Booster's like, I know what it is. Don't care. It's something that's supposed to boost traffic. How does that differentiate from anything else out there? There's tons of traffic courses and stuff like that are supposed to get you traffic. I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? Mail Boost, Mail Squad. I know this is about email, probably, but what is it? Right? So there is a little bit of curiosity there. So that's why I take it up to a 3. Energizer, right? Pure curiosity, right? I don't know what the hell this is. I better look at the sales page and find out because I don't know what it is. Download my email follow-ups. It's a 1, man, right? Okay. Swipe files, right? This person wants to sell me their swipe files. Okay, all right. All right. It's a 1, man. I know what it is. I don't care, right? Maybe I care, maybe I don't care. I don't know. It's like whatever. Warrior Affiliate Strategies. Man, it's like it's a 1, right? Because I know what it is. It's an info product. I'm going to learn about Warrior Plus affiliate strategies, but it doesn't like excite me. It's not. There's no good angle here. It's not presented in a good way. And we're just looking at the titles, guys. We're not even looking at the sales pages yet. I know what it is. Don't care, right? Warrior Affiliate Strategies. I mean, man, it just doesn't it doesn't get me excited, right? If they replaced strategies with like secrets or warrior affiliate hacks, that would be better than strategies. Strategies is boring. It just doesn't seem very exciting. Okay. So, we're talking about these ideas of a good angle and a good offer. All right. So here we go. Let's look at Traffic Booster. Right. Traffic Booster. Okay. This is a very, very familiar sales page. Right. It's a fairly familiar sales page. We got the logo at the top. Replicate our system in just under 60 seconds. What do we got here, guys? Easy, speedy, cheap, or free, right? Replicate our system. It's going to be easy in just under 60 seconds. It's going to be speedy. 100% new traffic system. Includes free buyer traffic. So cheap or free, right? Free buyer traffic. So what did I say, guys? ESCF. So they got that ESCF thing going for them, right? It's easy, speedy, cheaper, free. It's called Traffic Booster, unlimited buyer traffic that converts to crazy sales. Click here, hurry, the offer expires soon. We've seen this sales page before, though, right? We've seen it used over and over and over again. This exact style sales page, same exact style, with minimal difference. We see this kind of sales page used, same exact style, minimal difference. So it's not standing out, number one. The name doesn't draw curiosity, number two. The easy, speedy, cheaper, free value that it's talking about is used over and over and over again. So that degrades its usefulness as a way to like stand out. You know what I mean? It's good to offer that, but it doesn't really count because so many people are using that. So you got to like use that and something else to really stand out, for positioning. And this is not doing it. It's not doing it with the name. It's not standing out with the sales page. It's not, everything about this says I'm modeling after more successful marketers and I'm not doing a very good job doing it. That's what this says. And I think that, with this kind of a thing, you got to when you're a smaller vendor, you have to use everything at your advantage to try to win, right? If you don't have a big email list, if you don't have a lot of support, you got to use everything at your disposal to win. And what that means is trying to find ways to stand out. You need a good offer and you need a good angle. And this is not really a good offer or a good angle. So that's what I'd say about that, man. That's what I would say about this. You gotta try a little harder. So that's what I'd say about this one. And let's just look at the out of curiosity. Let's look at the stats on this. I looked at the stats on this earlier. It wasn't so great. Well, we don't even have to. We can just go to like, let's sort by launch date. All these offers came out recently. So we see there's Traffic Booster with 3 sales, man. Freaking 3 sales. That's not good. 2% conversion rate on that sales page. How much does this offer again? I mean, goodness gracious, man. Come on now. Goodness gracious. $12.95. I mean, they're getting slaughtered. They're basically getting slaughtered. That's what they're basically doing. They're getting slaughtered. So there are things they could do to fix this, right? The name of the product is messed up. This headline is messed. I mean, you can't change the name of the product in mid-launch, but I'll tell you something. You could definitely. This right here is just a copy of 100 other things that are out there. I mean, you got to find a way to differentiate. You got to understand all these cats with these giant, numbers. They got tons of affiliates promoting them. You got to find a way to stand out for the traffic you are getting. Here's what you got to realize. This right here, 2% conversion rate, guys. 2% with 3 sales. You know what that means? That means they're getting some traffic. It's just not converting. People are underwhelmed when they hit that sales page. That's the problem. They're underwhelmed. All right. Let's look at Mail Squad. Oh, man. I've seen this before. Got the logo up top. Got the headline. Little subhead above, little pre-head above that. Video on the left. Features, benefits on the right. It's like the same exact setup, man, right? It's the same design. Everyone's copying everybody. What's the difference? Well, the difference is send as many emails to as many subscribers as you want with just 1 click and no monthly fee. Well, that's like a good offer, right? It's a no-brainer, right? Because people have to have an autoresponder online. So this is basically giving them the promise of, no monthly fee. Most autoresponders cost money every month. So this is clearly catered at like newbies who are getting started and they don't want to have to pay for their autoresponder every month. So even though the sales page doesn't really stand out, it doesn't really need to stand out because it is a really good offer. And with this sales page, what they're doing is just checking off the boxes for all the affiliate support they know they're going to get. So they know they're going to get affiliate support. So they want their sales page to look like something all those affiliates have already made a bunch of money on, right? It's fine. It's fine. I've told many people to try to model your sales page after something that affiliates have had success with before. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to understand when you're new and nobody wants to promote you and nobody cares who you are, then you really got to work on the offer. The offer's got to be good, and the angle has to be good. I mean, it has to just feel like something someone can make money off of. You know what I mean? Like Traffic Booster doesn't do that. Mail Squad is an easy win because people, they want like a cheap autoresponder. They want to reduce that payment. Just people like me who don't want it because we already make money on the internet and we're already used to like paying a monthly fee, and we like dealing with people we trust, right? Like I use AWeber. I trust AWeber. I've been with them for years. They've had my back plenty of times. So why would I switch to some weird Mail Squad thing that's probably going to be shut off in 6 months? I mean, it's a one-time fee for $14. Like, how are you going to upgrade this thing? How are you going to pay for maintenance on this thing when you charged everybody $14? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, if you know anything about how autoresponders work and how they require maintenance and stuff, then that doesn't even make any sense. It's probably not even going to be around in like 6 months. It's like a money grab or something. That's why I'm not going to promote it, and I'm not going to buy it because I don't believe in it. Is Mail Squad still going to be around in 2 years? Then I'll start looking at them. But to me, it's just a money grab. It's a simple money grab. I don't even take you seriously. You're selling it one time for $14. Okay, I'm not even taking you seriously, man. But it's not going to stop them from cleaning up on Warrior Plus. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to promote it. But I mean, let's see. Let's see if we can find it here. I'm sure they cleaned up. Let's see here. Where is it at? Probably passed it up already. Mail Squad. I don't know. Not to be negative, guys. It's just, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. All right, let me just there's Mail Squad. 1,000 plus units. There you go. Boom. 18% conversion rate. 0% refund rate. It's like whatever. You know what I mean? Main contests. See, we can look at this. Look at all these people promoting this thing. Ridiculous. Sorry, man, but I'm sorry, but yeah, it's ridiculous. There you go, right there. $1,500, $500, $250, $150, $100. It's just, you need to earn twice than the amount of the prize in order to qualify for the full prize money. If you don't, then you'll be paid out on a pro rata basis based on the commissions made. There you go. That's how you can offer those big prizes. I'm making people basically sell the amount that would cover the prize. So interesting, very, very interesting. I tell you something. To me, the impressive thing is with this is it's an offer that like they know the market, like, and to a newbie, that style of offer, no monthly fee. Oh, it's an autoresponder. Costs money every month, and this is an autoresponder that's going to be a one-time payment. I'm going to save money with this, right? They know their market, and the market is new people, and new people are going to see this and they're going to go for it, right? So this is a no-brainer offer. This is a really good offer for new people, even though it's not necessarily, if you ask me, it's not very ethical because it doesn't make sense. Like I would have to talk to these guys and ask them, how do you plan on supporting this software? When you're not making enough revenue, there's no reoccurring. Like, how are you going to do it? I don't know. I would be very skeptical of this offer. So, but anyways, it makes sense that it's doing well. So, Mail Squad, Energize, Pure Curiosity. This is an offer it's done really well. I mean, we have to obviously with Energize, we have to. I didn't rate it, but just based off the name, I got to give it like a 5 just because it's like, what is it? I got to look at it because I don't know what it is, So the curiosity factor rates it highly just on the name alone. When we get to the sales page, we see something that's very, very familiar to us. We see the logo at the top. Like all three of these are the exact same. The logo at the top, the headline, a little subhead, a little pre-head up here, and features and benefits on the side. I mean, it's like the same crap over and over and over again, So, and here we got world's first high-ticket elite commission app for 2021 in 60 seconds flat. Clone our automated high-ticket commission system with free buyer traffic from 400 million. I mean, this is it's almost like the same. You know what? That's so funny. That looks a lot like. Let's look at this real quick. See this? This is okay. Let's look at this for a second. This is traffic. Okay, replicate our system in just under 60 seconds. 100% brand new traffic system. Okay, in 60 seconds flat, clone our automated high ticket commission system. This is under 60 seconds. Replicate our system. It's a brand new traffic system. So obviously this was modeled. These were very similar to each other. Yeah, this is very similar. Very, very similar thing here. Even got the little white border on the video, just like the little white border on this video. So, it's interesting. So and the difference is obviously this one is like crushing it, and the other one, this one here is not crushing it. So this one has a better name, obviously. In 60 seconds flat, clone our automated high ticket system with free buyer traffic from 400 million visitors. Like, I don't necessarily think this headline is better than this headline, really. Maybe it's a little bit more polished. Replicate our system in just under 60 seconds. 100% brand new traffic system. Clone our automated high ticket commission system with free buyer traffic from 400 million visitors. It's a little better, I suppose. It's a little better, but yeah, it's just, I mean, we got the easy, speedy, cheaper, free, right? Easy, speedy, cheaper, free is what they're leveraging that really hard. So it's easy, right? It's clone our automated high ticket commission system. So it's an automated system. So I'm not going to have to do any work. It's easy. I'm going to be able to clone it. So I'm not going to have to build anything. I can just clone it. So it's going to be easy. 60 seconds flat. So I'm going to be getting results fast. And it's free buyer traffic. So it's going to be, you know what? It's going to be cheap or free, right? It's going to be free. Now, ESCF is all represented in this headline. Now, ESCF is not all represented in this headline. So it's a little less polished, but that value is all jam-packed right. That one value is jam-packed right into this headline. But like I said, that's not the reason this is completely successful, because I mean, that's like almost all these guys have that in their thing now. It's almost like a prerequisite or something. But there's a few things happening here, right? So you got the ESCF packed in, right? Right into the headline, man. And what did I tell you guys before? Your offer and your angle, man, your headline and subheadline are so attached and so directly related to the offer itself and how people perceive the offer that it's very important. So right here. It's a free buyer traffic, world's first high ticket elite commission app. So this tells us it's software. It says Energize. It's using the font of the Okay, so like here's another thing we can look at. So see this logo right here? So it says Energize. I told you it was curiosity based, just based off of the title, but that's not all. When we go and look at Energizer, right? Energizer batteries, okay? What do we see? Energizer, the batteries. Do you see that font? Do you see the way that is? The capital E, it's the slant. Now when we go and look at this, see that? It's got the slant. It looks kind of like that, right? That's not an accident. It looks kind of like that on purpose. All right? It's looking like it looks like that because it's kind of like borrowing that authority, right? If you're already familiar with Energizer batteries and you already kind of like Energizer battery, you're already familiar with that brand. Like they're piggybacking on that brand equity a little bit. So it's like just, man, like even if you hit a sales page, if the title of the product makes you hit the sales page because you're curious, and then just that little bit of recognition, that little bit of, that kind of reminds me of Energizer batteries, right? Just that. Even if that boosts your attraction to my product by 5 or 6%, like that is worth it. That makes a difference. So by using that, they have increased people's attraction to what's going on here. You see what I'm saying? It's not the same here. Look, it's just generic. Traffic booster. What does that even, doesn't mean anything. People don't, it's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. So it's a different kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like this logo was clearly designed to make me think a little bit of Energizer batteries and the Energizer bunny and all that stuff, right? Now, Energizer has built up a lot of brand equity over the years. So I've already kind of got like a couple. Now, I know this isn't related to Energizer batteries, and people know that. They're not stupid. But it doesn't matter because on a subconscious level, they already associate that word energize with a brand that they're kind of comfortable with. They're familiar with. So now, on a subconscious level, by at least a couple percentages, like now they're more familiar and a little bit more comfortable with my thing, right? And that's why people use stuff like that. So it's smart. It's very smart. Anyways, so this is all curiosity based, right? And they don't really tell you, it's about traffic, it's a software thing, but you don't really know like all traffic is 100% included for free. I mean, it's basically the same offer, man. If you think about it, it's basically the same damn offer. It's just done in a better way. It's just done with a little bit of a better angle. It's done, the sales page is slightly more polished, but that doesn't really make or break anything. The sales page itself, the copy is a little more polished. The logo and this or up here is more thought has been put into it. So it's a little bit different, in that respect. The angle and the offer are a little bit better. Guarantee you these products are, whatever. It's like, so I don't know. Anyways, let's look at something else. So yeah, Energizer, and obviously I think you guys probably, anybody watching this probably already knows that we're probably familiar with Energizer as Energize is a I think it's a Mace product, and I want to say it's no, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, it's hot, right? It's over 1,000 units. It just came out yesterday. So it's hot. It's very hot. 7% conversion rate. Could be better. 1% refund rate. All right, so let's look at another one. So download my follow-up email. Download my email follow-ups. I gave it a 1 for the title. The title's terrible, man. Like, obviously I know what it is, and I don't care. You didn't do, like, none of this stuff happened. You know what I mean? A good angle makes you see something that you already know about in a new way. That doesn't do that, right? A good offer can make you feel foolish for not buying that thing, right? This title doesn't do either of those things for me. So let's look at the sales page. And, big surprise, man. Look at the sales page. It's like there's nothing wrong with having a basic kind of like sales page. Nothing wrong with having a basic sales page. But this is a little bit too different. You know what I mean? Like, look at this right here. Download 150 plus of my best email follow-up messages right there. You see that? It looks different. Like, that's black. This is like a light, like a matte black or something. It's like too different. It doesn't look right. It looks off. You know what I mean? It just looks a little bit off. This right here is a picture. And what the hell is this picture doing? Like, I can't even read that thing. Automate your emails. The hell's that? So, I think it's like, I think in this situation, if you're going to have a very basic sales page like this, where it's going to be, this is the kind of sales page that stands very, very heavily on that headline, right? So this is download 150 plus of my best email follow-up messages to copy and swipe my most persuasive, high-performing email messages that you can use starting today. Like, I think it's too wordy. It's too big. It's too long. That's my opinion, right? Everyone's got a different opinion. I think it needs to be more like in your face. It needs to be like more like, why would I not buy this? Why would I not buy? I gotta buy this. It's like stupid of me just to not buy this. I think that maybe like when I look at this and I think how I might fix this, I would say like, well, he says my best. Like, why are they your best? How much money did they produce? Like, why are they your best follow-up messages? It could be like, these 150 emails made me over $20,000 in the last 6 months. Now they're yours. You know what I mean? Something like that. That would be better, right? Like, instead of just saying my best, like, who are you and why are they your best? Why should I care if they're your best? What does that even mean? To copy and swipe my most persuasive, high-performing email messages that you can use starting today. It's just not very good, man. Like, the idea of it's fine, but it needs like majorly polished up. Like, the angle is off. The offer is. I think the idea of 150 swipe messages is pretty cool, but like, I don't like the way it's presented here. It's presented too boring. It's in too boring of a way. Then if you combine that, like, this sales page doesn't pop at all, right? Not at all, not a single bit. So like, I think that if you're gonna have a sales page that's really clean like this, you gotta be aware that things like this stand out. Like this stuff like here, like this matte black versus this polished black, it stands out, man. It stands out. Like, it stands out that you got like 50 different fonts on here. Like, look at this. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There, it stands out. Why is that so small and why is that so big? Why is that so big? It looks kind of it looks a little amateur, right? It looks a little amateur. And there's nothing wrong with looking amateur if your offer and your angle are awesome, right? But this offer and angle up here are a little bit too generic. They are not awesome. So what happens is that makes all these other little imperfections stand out. Just how not awesome it is, right? And some of the stuff he's saying here might be awesome. Let me ask you this. How would it feel to have 150 of my own high-performing email follow-up messages to copy, swipe for ideas? It's not that bad. Here's the thing. You may be struggling right now to write high-performing email messages. So imagine if you had 150 email follow-ups and a whole bunch of IM needs to choose from to copy. It would make it plain, simple, and easy. You probably already suspected this. The money is not in the list. What is? The money is in the email. Okay, so all right, so it's not that great. This all needs polished up. I mean, this thing needs some work. This is off center. Why is this off center, man? Why is this like this right here? So I don't know, man. It looks kind of weird. It's only $4.95, but I'm sure that it hasn't had very many sales because It's just not very good, man. Like this right here. What's this down here? Like if this is how this is going to be right here, look at this action down here. I'd put that damn action up here. Put it right here. Put the action up here. Everyone else has a video right there. If you're going to copy that like video to the left, features and benefits to the right, put the damn action up there. That's what I'd say. If you're going to go with that, then put it up there. What the hell is this picture doing? It's not doing anything. This picture doesn't do anything for me. There's no reason for it to be here. So I don't know. It's a poorly executed sales page. That's what I would say about this. Very poorly executed, man. So yeah, let's look at see what it's doing. Let's see. Let's do by launch date and see if we can find this thing. What is it? Shoot. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Download my follow-ups. Download my email follow-ups. It's poorly executed, man. It's poorly executed. And it's just like a lot of it's offer, man. It's the offer. It's had one freaking sale, man. That thing is $4.95 and it's had one sale. 2% conversion rate. That's crazy, man. 2%. You know what that means? That means 50 people have been on that website. 50 people have been on that website and they've had one sale. I bet you this person is upset. They're upset. They probably put some work into this offer and they're figuring out right about now that, this sucks. Well, they definitely have some things they could fix. Starting with the name of their offer right here. The download my follow-up is not a good name. The offer needs, the offer and the angle need fixed on this offer. That's the problem. It's a big problem. So yeah, I mean, not doing themselves any favors. And look at this last one, Warrior Affiliate Strategies. I gave these guys a 1. I know what it is. I don't care. Let's see what we got here. Webinar replay limited to the first 10 buyers. After multiple commissions day after day, I decided to reveal my affiliate earnings strategy with zero investment. The sales page is like, I respect the fact that they're trying something different on the sales page right here. I like that clean look, but I don't like, there's like a disconnect. There's like a disconnect with the, shoot, let me show you guys. Hold on a second. Let me find this. Where was I at? Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's open this back up. Okay, this right here. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just Warrior Affiliate Strategies. Okay, so look. Warrior Affiliate Strategies. Warrior Affiliate Strategies. It sold one copy, man. It's in the same boat as that other thing. Warrior Affiliate Strategies. And when they click on it, this doesn't say anything about Warrior Plus. It doesn't say a single thing about Warrior Plus. It doesn't say a single thing about Warrior Forum. A matter of fact, right here in this picture, it says JV Zoo. So like when I see that title, Warrior Affiliate Strategies, I'm going to think it's about Warrior Plus. That's the first thing I'm going to think. So it's not congruent right off the bat. This headline is not congruent. Not at all is it congruent, right? Not at all. Normally, I offer my webinar at $97. This is a live webinar. Boom, boom, boom. We don't even have to go through all this because, I can tell you right now, the reason why 50 people have been on this guy's website and only one person has bought, the problem is right here. This is the problem right here. incongruence. And you could add this right here too. This picture right here. I mean, it's like, it's just, it's not congruent, you know. I think that the name of the offer is bad, and this headline is bad too. I would change the top part of this page would be changed, and they could increase their conversion rates by doing that. But the offer is just bad, man. So, anyways, that's just some kind of like let me stop sharing my screen. That's basically some just kind of, hope that helps a little bit, guys. That's kind of like some little bit of an insight on what makes a good offer. That guy was asking me like, you know, do you have a formula approach for coming up with really good offers? You know, like, it's really, I think it's a lot of it's a discipline. You know what I mean? A lot of it's about like looking at things that resonate with you, and you know, sometimes some of these offers, they're just really like going crazy, like just because of their affiliate support. But if you notice, a lot of these offers that have good affiliate support, they also have very good offers, right? They have a very good angle and a very good offer. So now, like, do some of them use the same offers over and over? Yeah, like easy, speedy, cheaper, free, right? Easy, speedy, cheaper, free, and like that, you see that piece of value being used over and over and over again. A lot of times it's stacked with like traffic. It's stacked blindly, so you don't know what it is. You just know it's supposed to make you money. It's going to be easy. It's going to be speedy. It's going to be cheaper, free, and it's going to make you a lot of money very quickly. But you see it being used a lot over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean, if you study this stuff, you also see other things happening that put people in a position to succeed. There's other things besides just affiliate support that gets people to make sales. You know what I mean? It's not always just affiliate support. So I hope that makes sense. You know, there's a lot of places you can go to get ideas for courses or for products. Like, I think Udemy is a good one. Like, here, let me show you guys something real quick. So like if I go to let me go to Udemy here real quick. Udemy.com. Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So like, I don't want you to get the idea that when I say offer, I mean the product, because it's different. Okay, you're trying to put a good product together, right? So let's say I want to do something on you know, I don't know, like oh crap, let's say I want to do something on YouTube. Let's just say YouTube. We see here, oh, here's a YouTube masterclass for $159. Okay, so let me look in here real quick. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go down here, and I want to look at the course contents, right? And I see I got video equipment recommendations. I got create your own YouTube channel from scratch. I got uploading your videos. I got the YouTube studio inside your creator dashboard. So growing a successful live streaming on YouTube. Now there's several of these modules that would make great courses by themselves, just by themselves. They could be really good products, whether it was a free product or a paid product, right? Like, for instance, you know, just live streaming on YouTube. Like, we'll just look at this one particular one, live streaming on YouTube. That's a pretty cool subject. Okay, you could make a whole training out of that. Now, I'm not saying copy this guy's training. I'm just saying use these content titles for inspiration. Okay, use the content titles for inspiration, and then you do a little research on that. Or if you just have, if you're just already kind of an expert at it, you already have things to talk about when it comes to that subject, then put your modules together and do the thing. You know what I mean? But this is a good place to come up with product ideas, right? But I don't want you to think that that's the same as a good offer, okay? Because a good product, let's just, here, you know what, let's follow this through. Let me pull up a notepad document and we'll follow this through, okay? So we got live streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna we're gonna like turn this product idea into a good offer. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of that. Okay. Here we are. Don't really need that. Here we are. Okay. So let's pull this up. Okay. So live streaming. It's right here in the middle. Live streaming on YouTube. I wonder if I can make this bigger so everyone can see it. Okay, there it is. Live streaming on YouTube. All right, so product idea. All right, equals. This doesn't cut it for an offer, man. You know what that's like? That's like that. That's like that one thing, man. That's like this genius right here. Download my email follow-ups or Warrior Affiliate Strategies. The dude's got Warrior Affiliate Strategies. Like, I know what it is, and he failed at that because I knew what it was until I got to the sales page. Then I don't know what it is anymore because it's something different. So, like, don't be like these geniuses right here, man. I mean, seriously. So look, yeah. So product idea, live stream on YouTube. Okay, so offer, right? Sometimes you got to play around with it. Offer ideas. So the product idea was live streaming on YouTube. Offer ideas, how to live stream on YouTube for profit. All right. How to live stream on YouTube for profit. All right. That's okay, but it doesn't really fulfill our easy, speedy, cheaper, free, does it? It doesn't really fulfill that. And there's a lot of people who hate YouTube and hate live stream. They don't want to be on YouTube. They don't want to show their face. Okay. How to live stream on YouTube for profit. People who hate YouTube. Right? All right. That's pretty long. It needs some work. How about this? How to live stream for profit. How to live stream free for profit when you hate being on camera. How to live stream free for profit when you hate being on camera. Right? I think that's a better. That's a little better. Live stream free for profit when you hate being on camera. That's a little bit better. How to live stream free for profit when you hate being on camera. It's a little long. It's a little wordy. Could we make it a little bit better? Live stream. Greenbacks. Live stream for greenbacks. Not everybody knows what that is. Live stream for profit. Percent free. No camera required. Live stream for profit. 100% free. No camera required. Results fast. Right? That's a little better, right? Live stream for profit. 100% free. No camera required. Results fast. Now we're kind of getting back around to that easy, speedy, cheaper, free. We got it's free, right? We got it's speedy, but is it easy? Well, we got no camera required. That makes it a little easy. What about if we just say easy live stream? How about this? Profitable live streaming for dummies. 100% free. No camera required. Results fast. Right? Profitable live streaming for dummies. 100% free, no camera required, results fast. Now that is a pretty good offer, right? Because it's easy because it's for dummies. It's free, right? There's no camera required, so that plays into the easy thing, and also plays into the fear against being on video, and it's fast. So easy, speedy, cheaper, free. All right, so this is great. This is great for an offer, but we need a good title now. So we need a title that's going to play into this offer. This would be even good for like a subheadline, right? So you might think, well, how could you even do that? Well, most streaming services are free anyway, right? You can stream on YouTube for free, right? And you can do it without being on camera by just doing screen captures. You can just capture your screen. You don't have to be on camera, right? Now the results fast and the profitability, that's something else. How do you play that? Maybe that's an affiliate marketing angle. Maybe it's a different kind of angle, but that would be in the product. The point is, this kind of an offer is very much more, it's desirable. You know what I mean? This is probably more desirable than all these other things, and definitely more desirable than just this. More desirable than just this. How to live stream on YouTube for profit? It's okay, right? Profitable live streaming for dummies, 100% free, no camera required, results fast. And what do we call this one? Easy bake, easy shake and bake. Video maker, see this right here, easy video maker. It's too generic. All right, it's no good. With these, I'm just gonna be tongue in cheek with this and just throw something out there, but it's with these headlines, it's more important to hit people in the mouth with the title than it is to like make sense. Hit them in the mouth with the title. Tell them why you had to do it with the subtitle. Okay, so it's like profitable live streaming for dummies, 100% free, no camera required. It's something just goofy. Gleam the stream, something like that. Gleam the stream. Profitable live streaming for dummies, 100% free, no camera required, results fast. Gleam the stream. And it's like, we could take that a step further. Okay, so there was a movie that was kind of popular back in like the 90s or whatever, and we see Gleam in the Cube. It was called Gleam in the Cube. So like we could like pull up an image of that, and we could take that movie poster, we could take that image right there, and we could make our title look like that. Gleam the stream right there. Just we could kind of use that. We could borrow that we could kind of model that like that style, that font, right? And that look, right? We could kind of model that look. And then what happens is like down here, down here somewhere, we'd put like the rest of it. We'd put the rest of this. Profitable live streaming for dummies, 100% free. Just modeling that one little bit. We're going to borrow a little bit of that branding. Now, this is a really old movie, and maybe it doesn't work. This is just an example, right? You can use something more modern, something more new that your demographic might connect with. Now, might be a little too old, and the demographic might not connect with this, so it won't make any difference. But what are you looking for when you do that? You're looking for just a few percentage points to make people resonate with your sales page and your product just a little bit more. That's it. You're just looking for a little bit of a boost, right? For instance, what people really resonate with now is Avengers, right? So, they resonate with all that Marvel stuff. So like it's like this is Avengers assemble. I don't mind all this Marvel stuff. I'm just kind of tired of all this stuff. But I think you guys get it. You guys get it with what we did there. That's how you do it, right? That's how you take like a product idea and you move towards like a good offer, right? Now we got Gleam the Stream, profitable live streaming for dummies, 100% free, no camera required, results fast. And this results fast, this could be improved upon. Instead of results fast, it's coming together, right? It's coming together. Now instead of results fast, we'll go results in 7 days, right? Now it's got to be true. How fast can you get them results? Results in 24 hours. I mean, you got some stiff competition, don't you? I mean, you really do, if you think about it. We're talking about, like, these cats are talking about, results in 60 seconds. Results in 60 seconds. But there are ways around that, right? Because they're saying elite traffic in 60 seconds. Well, okay, results in 24 hours, you could say set up and set up in 60 minutes flat. Set up in 20 minutes flat. Rolling in 20 minutes flat. Running in 20 minutes flat, right? So, like, there's ways around it because, running in 20 minutes is flat is like, hey, you're up and running, I've helped you set up your channel and now you're ready to go off to the races. That's different than you're making money, right? So there's ways around it, like how long it takes to do things. There's, but like getting those results fast, some kind of thing that they can do quickly, that's that instant gratification, and that plays into a good offer. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I've kind of like went off on a wild tangent here, but hopefully it's been helpful. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And all right, what else I was gonna tell you guys? Okay, I think we've been on here for a little while. It's a couple hours. Let me I was gonna show you guys my podcast stats and stuff, but I think we've been on here for quite a while. Let me go ahead and just screw it. I'll show you guys what I got going on right now with the podcast. So we're already here, so might as well just rock it. So real quick, here's my Buzzsprout numbers from a podcast. As you can see, a little bit of a spike starting to go up. That's probably contributed a little bit to the book that I released. It also linked out to the podcast, so it probably got a little bit of a boost. The podcast does feel like it's starting to pick up a little bit. Let's see. We see first 7 days, the last 20 episodes. Here's what I hate after 100 episodes of this podcast. Is most popular, poster board for failure, second most popular. So we got alluding to negativity as being a headline that is something that is drawing people's attention. And this, I believe, was again, it's the same thing, right? Here's what I hate after 100 episodes of this podcast. 2 headlines that allude to negativity are the most popular. Do you subscribe to the cult of success? Comes in third. They brought out the Noid of retirement for this. I just think a lot of these allude to, people being interested in the negative headlines. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's where we're at with the podcast. The podcast is, it's averaging about, about 12. Seems like it's averaging about 12 downloads an episode. Yeah, so you can see 30 downloads on this one. I think I sent that out to my list. Also had Albert Palenko on that episode. I think that I should try to make an effort to probably get on some other people's podcasts. That would probably be smart. If I could just find the time to try to make that effort, that would be smart, I believe. So, anyways, as you can see, it's June 3rd. I put this episode out 14 hours ago. The Secret Formula of Momentum. It's got 4 downloads. I haven't really promoted this at all today. You know, I should probably. Apple Podcasts. There's 1 download from that. Deezer. Interesting. Okay, so all right, so there we go. All right, so very cool. Let's see, anything else? Anything else? Oh, okay, just one more story for you guys. I'll tell you guys, then I'll bounce out of here. So, all right, so I wanted to say this. Like I was talking to, a friend of mine. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, who had been working on a membership program for a long, long time, right? And it just seems like it's just taken forever for them to get this thing together, right? And everybody moves at different speeds. There's nothing wrong with that. But this particular person was telling me a story about how like they had a bunch of Dogecoin, which is the cryptocurrency, and they forgot about it, and then they just kind of like by chance realized that like the Dogecoin they had was worth like a lot of money, like thousands of dollars. So they pulled it out, and like I don't know if they ever sold it or they kept it or what, but like on that conversation, like I was telling them, I think they should like kind of put their membership project on hold and maybe release a special report like on the Dogecoin thing. Like just put something out there, get it out there, because they have this amazing experience. They could tell the story that people would benefit from. It's an interesting story, and I don't want to go into it because it's their story, and I just don't want to reveal their thing. But it was a really cool story, and I just felt like, hey, you should get something out there, sell it or use it to build your list or whatever. And the reason I said that is because, well, 2 things, right? Because money loves speed and money loves momentum, right? And in the past, I've told people like, dude, you're taking too long. You're taking too long to get that project move forward. You're taking way too long, and people usually get offended when I tell them that. They don't usually appreciate that, which I understand that. The truth is the truth, man. I mean, money loves speed and money loves momentum, right? So I don't know. I just think that like I know several people who are just kind of like dragging their feet on things. Now I think maybe I offended that person, when I told them they should put a pin in that membership project and get the cryptocurrency thing out, like put it out, because there was so much momentum around cryptocurrency. And even now, as cryptocurrency is kind of like taking a dive, I still think it's a very relevant report that should be done and just put out personally, especially like when you're in a unique place to publish a report like that, like something's happened to you or you've done something that a lot of other people haven't done, but they have interest in. That's something you should probably capitalize on because it's momentum. You're talking about a subject that has momentum. And I just think that, I mean, you guys, I mean, when you're out there and, when things are hot, when things are firing, like there's already attention on that subject. There's already attention on that subject. And you happen to have experience with that subject. You happen to have a unique perspective on that subject. You got to get something out there, man. You got to get something out there because now you're just, boom, you're just the obvious expert, right? You just are obviously the one who knows because you're in this unique position, right? Like that is money. That is money just waiting for you to take it. right? So like that's why I say stuff like that. Like I can't stress it enough, man. Money loves speed and money loves momentum. Okay. So that means when you have ideas, you need to act on them, even in an imperfect way. You need to act on them quickly. And when you see a subject that has momentum and you already have experience with that subject, man, you really need to get something out there on that subject. You need to put something out there because that's momentum that you can ride. You can ride that momentum. So I just want you guys to keep it in mind. Money loves speed and money loves momentum, and you can use these things to catapult yourself to some success. So I hope that's helpful to you guys, and I wish you all the best of luck. I guess that's all I got tonight. Does anybody got any questions for me? I'll stay on for a few minutes just in case you guys get questions for me. All right, very, very cool. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next Insiders Club group coaching. Peace, everybody.